You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Ian Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the A-List Dallas. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest A-List Dallas news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for the A-List Dallas.
Plowing these fields in the hot summer sun.
Right on, Jesse.
Over by the gate, Lordy, here she comes.
I have no idea who this is.
Right?
Who is this?
Usually I know, but I don't know who this is.
I don't know.
Sounds
I
like
don't
Billy
do
Ray
country.
Cyrus.
Is it Kenny Chesney?
Yes.
It's not Billy Ray Cyrus.
No, it's Kenny Chesney.
Kenny Chesney.
Was it?
He only had one song.
You got- and it was this
because
song.
he was married to Renee
Yeah.
Zellweger, and then they divorced like 8 hours later.
One
Renee Zellweger.
She
and
thinks my
Kenny
tractor sexy. It really turns.
And she was in the video, right? Renee
Kenny Chesney
Zellweger?
was married to Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
For like a
And she
day.
dumped him for the little boy from
Okay,
Jerry
well, it was
Maguire.
literally
But I
maybe
thought-
a week or two.
No,
I
they
thought
were
it was
married for a
Nicole
long
Kidman.
time.
Who's Nicole Kidman married to?
Keith
Tom
Urban.
Cruise.
She dumped him for that kid with the glasses and Jerry Maguire.
Have you seen him lately?
Oh, yeah, he's sick.
Oh,
He is
he is
hot.
sexy.
Hot.
Did I send that around?
No,
I
you did not.
Oh,
Delisted
I saw it
him.
on Fox 11 with
he's
Joe.
attractive.
Good evening.
I saw it on
Hi,
Gawker.
and welcome to the A-List Dallas. This episode is bat crazy.
That shit.
The shit is silent. You'll have to bear with us
No, it's
because
not.
we can only hear out of one ear on these headphones.
Not I. I can hear too.
We just
Oh,
tell
that
her
was
that
just me.
because we don't want her to feel bad about her condition.
Exactly. She's got
And I'm like-
she's got cataracts in the ear.
I'm having problems, more so than usual. I'm Jackie Borowski, and to the left of me,
I'm Cameron Marston.
and across from me,
Natalie Bratney.
David Skiffolitti.
and on the casting
I'm
couch,
your soul sister. Kenny Harrison.
and the voice of God.
DJ Jesse Jennings.
Hi. Hi,
It's
Jesse.
warmer in here. I feel there are more
It
lights.
feels
Yes.
good, right?
Yeah, I might have to take my jacket off.
And your
Because
scarf.
Kenny's in
And my
there.
scarf.
Because I'm
And
in
my
the
thermal
room.
underwear.
Hey, Jesse, you gotta let me know whenever you cut to me so I can make, I can be animated.
Our very own compost heap.
That's
Excuse me.
Let's start by talking.
Normally Kenny sits in the booth with me, but
Exactly.
these past few weeks have been a
But I
little
got
bit
tired
much.
of the
They got too
advances.
close.
I've got it.
Yeah.
The advances were uncalled for, so I decided to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
A little AfterBuzz news and gossip.
AfterBuzz exclusive.
All right, y'all.
Not an original, but it's an exclusive.
Okay. What can I say is the story of my life?
Let's talk about Ashley's photo shoot.
Do it.
Boring.
I love her.
So boring.
I love her. She's
I love
funny.
her too, but her
My-
photography is jacked.
My problem was that when you go to her site, and we talked about this, you go to her site and you see only one of the photos that she took, but when she has them spread out at the end on the table, there were a lot of good shots, and none of them made it to the internet.
Oh,
She said
I-
her favorite was the chap-lipped one, and I think that's what made her website. I didn't look at her website.
Well, my whole
That was not my favorite in the table spread.
My whole problem is the concept of the photo shoot, because when you think about it, out of anybody in the community, as far as gay, lesbian, bi, drag queens transgender, sorry. Thank you, David,
You're
for
welcome.
correcting me. The drag queens know who they are. I think the concept, I get the whole, straight man, drag queen, blah, 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 but drag queens tend to know who they are, and for them to shoot themselves, I just didn't like the concept of it all.
I think I liked her initial concept that the idea that people in this community are so troubled that they're doing harm upon themselves, and I think that is a reality. It's you have all these people who are being picked on and shunned for who they are.
Right.
And in the same episode, you have Chase talking, which we'll talk about later, Chase talking about attempting suicide. So it's a very real concern, but I agree that picking out a drag queen who does know who they are, it might not be so great of an execution of her initial concept. And I think the other thing is, too, it's like trying to pick out an image of someone who is gay. People stereotypically go to a drag queen. It might be more pushing the envelope if you just pick a guy who looks like an average guy trying to shoot himself and say, hey, this is what is happening.
I agree with the just position, but I typically just know so many drag queens who know exactly who they are. And
I agree with you.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying that she could have picked a normal looking person. It didn't have to be like a half drag queen, yeah.
Okay. But I think I do like the fact that she wanted to gear it to more to a straight crowd.
Yes.
I do agree with that. However, my only problem with that is that I'm assuming this magazine is geared to a gay audience.
Right.
So I'm not sure if
like Frontiers.
Yeah, I think the message is great for the homosexual community, but however, like her whole what do you call it, a spread or whatever, was geared to the straight crowd and to educate, and it may not have worked for that particular.
Well, the whole thing with that, I mean, I understand. I don't think her execution of her original idea was done as well as she could have done it. But trying to gear a straight audience to a gay publication, which is probably only distributed in a gay community or in like gay bars or like the sex shops and stuff like that, where you would find magazines like that are normally free, it's not going to be seen by them.
Right.
And I think, I always say this about Ashley, though. I feel that her heart's in the right place.
I do too. I agree.
It's like she means well, and I wrote down when she said, "I want to change hate into love." I thought that's a beautiful. She has these beautiful high ideals and high concepts.
I think she's genuine.
Yeah, she really is.
If I had to say Christian, I would say Ashley.
Yeah,
I think she's genuine.
Yeah,
I honestly think she's genuine.
Yeah, there's something very genuine behind her and behind her ideas, and she embodies what one would hope being Christian is about.
Right.
But I just think yes, it's harder when you actually talk about execution of this kind of concept.
Right. I think it's just, a little
getting
naive.
it out there. Yeah.
Well, I also felt that this whole Evoke magazine thing was a whole publicity stunt for the magazine as well. I don't know.
Yes.
Well,
can we also talk about?
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
I like it when she goes into this guy who's supposed. What is he, like the editor?
The editor
or something?
The 12-year-old son of her.
Yeah, she
Anna
calls him
Wintour.
the 12-year-old. She calls him
I don't know what
12-year-old and my child.
I don't know what 12-year-old she's run into, but
he looked 12.
No, he didn't. He looked like he was like 50. I think he just looked a little too like much. And I'm not talking about his looks in per se, but like her comment was a little off the cuff for me. Just I didn't.
Sorry, Jesus just came to earth.
Yeah. And I was gonna point it out, Jackie, that I couldn't hear you and you sounded really fuzzy.
Sorry.
I heard you.
You sound fine.
And I'm normally so loud. When I saw him, I thought he looked like a child. I really did think he looked like a child.
He
You
looked
gotta
more
look
like a party
closely.
boy to me.
I went to the eye doctor,
Like
so
Natalie was mean. She was talking about his lip ring.
I don't know if that was
at the
a lip ring or a
end.
mole.
He
That
has
was
both,
suspect.
though. That's the thing. He has a lip ring and a mole.
Why would you
Right there.
put the
On
lip
the
ring
same
there then?
side.
I would put the lip ring on the other side then.
To offset it.
Or just not have one.
Black girls. There you go.
Maybe he has a curvature of the spine and he was putting some balance weight.
What the hell?
No.
On his lip?
Can we edit this for the internet? Possibly.
No, it's live on YouTube.
Oh, hi, girls.
Woo woo.
Right? No.
Yeah.
Ustream.
You
Ustream.
stream.
You stream, and then it goes to YouTube
And then it
later.
goes to YouTube.
High definition.
And then Xtube afterwards, depending on.
Rein it in. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Kenny, always.
I'm back. What can I say?
We missed you.
Oh, Philip.
Yeah, your whole conversation last week with
With the imaginary Natalie. Who
Damian. With Damian.
Damien. Hi, Damien. If you're watching, I do
Yeah,
apologize.
girl, call.
Girl, call in.
Call us.
You were funny.
424-256-1729.
Kept it moving.
Okay.
I had other things to say about lip ring guy, but now I can't remember.
I doubt they're important.
They really are.
Sorry.
Let's talk about James.
Do it. I like James. I don't.
My hand is raised.
Yes.
Why now? Why do you raise
Penny.
your hand now?
Because I'm trying to be
Polite.
Thank you.
While you're chewing on ice or something?
Yes. My whole thing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Unfortunately.
Camera, don't start with me. James, am I the only one that thinks that he is getting a bad rap?
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I think so.
Oh well.
Okay.
Well, no. And I would say this
I
because
don't know about him.
Well, no. The thing is okay. So he's said to be the whole alcoholic, the whole blah blah
Right.
blah. He doesn't have a job, blah blah blah. But it seems that whenever they have a party or they're doing something, he's the least of the trouble. He's
Right.
not causing.
He is.
Levi is an asshole.
You
when
mean
he,
Levi was like
Yeah.
Oh my
And then
God.
even Philip is one that just
Hold
instigates
on.
everything.
Now you have to speak like that for the rest of it.
I'm
Exactly.
going to. Hey,
Wait, you know,
stop
Because
it.
that was
Talk like
funny.
this.
I want to agree with Kenny actually.
Oh. Yes.
Ooh, ooh.
No, I think James is dramatic, but I don't think that he's the shit star.
Every time
No.
that Kenny is right. Every time they have a party, he's not the problem. I can even thinking back to the very first party when they set up James as this like troublemaker drunk.
Exactly.
He's bartending at the party, and who pushes who into a pool?
Philip.
Philip.
Am I
No,
thinking?
Taylor.
Pushes.
Taylor.
Oh,
Taylor
Oh,
pushes
Taylor
Philip into a
pushes
pool,
Philip.
and then
That's
Philip
Everyone's
goes
Michael
on
Kors.
his dramatic rant.
Speak, David.
I don't know what I want to say.
Oh.
Say it.
It's the
though.
problem. No, this is the thing is I agree with you. James is not the shit stirrer.
Okay.
I don't think he's starting anything. I do think that he is legitimately the only one who does actually have a drinking problem.
Yes.
Not
But he's
Levi.
not
Not
causing.
Levi?
He's not causing harm
No.
to anybody, but it
Except
seems
himself, which
exactly.
is fine.
But it seems like everyone is making this assumption that James. Oh, it's just James. He's drunk and blah blah blah. And I've never seen him like make a fool of himself or cause.
No, yes, we have.
Yes, we have. But
When?
He's a high
Wait, wait.
functioning alcoholic.
he is. That's
Did you
He's a
did you feel that
high-functioning
Austin was had a drinking problem too?
No,
I
not
think he was an
compared.
angry drunk, but I
Not
don't think
compared to everyone else on the show.
No, I disagree with that. I definitely.
I think Austin had a problem.
I think that
I
they're
think
pretty
Austin,
much equivalent.
Austin had a problem. I
Yeah.
don't think Austin's
Compared to
problem
Derek?
was drinking,
I think that. Oh, go ahead.
but
My thing is Austin's drinking got in the way of a lot of situations. I don't think James's drinking hasn't caused a
functioning
problem.
alcoholic.
Exactly,
He's a
it hasn't
functioning
caused.
alcoholic.
Right.
I think
But
it
every
heightens
time-
his
but-
anger, and that's what gets him into some situations like he did with Philip. But
But even I think Philip was the butt of that whole situation. Like Philip,
Wait, last week
Wait,
did
are we
he
talking-
throw the drink in?
Yeah, he
he
gave him a
did, but
mimosa
the
face.
whole
Wait,
But
hold
it
on.
was
James
warranted.
tossed the liquid. Philip actually threw the glass of the
punch.
bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
exactly.
That's different.
No.
For me.
No. That is fighting. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want to say, but when you throw something at me, when liquid touches me, that takes it to a whole nother level.
Here's the
But
difference.
my
Here's the
fist
difference. Here's
automatically-
the difference. Doesn't matter.
My
Here's,
fist automatically.
here's the
snap out.
difference.
It's
In
just
a court of law, you
Okay.
you throw actually a piece or a glass that you can be arrested
Legally.
for maiming somebody.
Legally.
Just
Legal-
liquid,
right,
you're good
legally.
to go, James.
Right.
Do it
No,
again.
But my thing is, but here's my argument though.
You're good to go.
As we talked about it last week, the whole argument
Let's
was
start it.
about Philip butting into Chase's and Taylor
Everyone's.
their business.
Yeah.
And then his only defense was the whole trust fund thing. That had nothing to do with it.
And
Not
he
only
didn't
that-
even have to throw that in there.
Not only that, I was asking because I wasn't sure how it really played out. They were talking about him before he walked up to the little crowd.
James, right?
Yeah.
yes.
And that's an instance where I was saying, I feel like, because you have these scenes set up, I feel like the producer could have prepped James and be like, hey, everybody's
Can
talking.
we talk
There
about
was
that?
also no reason
Everyone's
for them to
talking
talk
about
about
you,
him
just
at
so
Everybody's
that.
talking about
You
you,
should
just
walk over there.
you should probably go and listen.
And here's a drink.
Well, also you guys got to remember we don't know what is edited
Right,
out of
right.
this. They may want to save all the James storyline for the end of the season. We
No,
don't,
but you know what? I have to disagree with you because
Okay.
for 7 episodes. 7 episodes.
What episode are we on?
We're on 7, I think.
7.
Okay.
Everyone's been talking. Their only defense about James is that he's a drunk and that he's living off a trust fund. That's great, but like he's not started any trouble. Like
No, he
he's
doesn't.
never
He's
been
trying to find himself.
exactly, and it's just and I give him.
But he's looking in all the wrong places.
but
He's
still,
looking for love.
But you know what? Everyone's
All the
defense.
wrong places.
But wait, he did go to a life coach.
And then he did go to church.
And he did go to church.
He was
He's
forced to go
open.
to church.
I think
You know
he's
what?
being open
Okay.
to, helping
I have
him
to say,
find guidance.
I think as much as he mocks it, though, he's probably open to the
Yeah.
idea.
Can we assume that the show
I just
has
think
writers?
he's open.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In general,
Okay.
for business.
Because I think in his little confessional, I don't think that he would have said what he said.
What did he say?
Well,
In
he
which
said he
confessional?
said something about Ashley invited me to church, so what the hell? That's a writer right there. That's not. I don't think that's hit. That's
No, they all sound like they have writers.
Yeah.
But I remember in New York, Ryan always everything he said sounded like someone.
But I would take it that Ryan
probably
is
was.
very clever,
Ryan,
and
yeah.
Ryan would come up with something like that. I don't think James is that witty and clever to come up with
I
that.
do. I think James
He's
is.
kind of a
I
little-
do think James is smart. I think he's really
I didn't
clever.
say he wasn't smart.
No, I think he's clever too. I just think that
What are you saying, Jesse?
I'm saying that he has a lot of issues
Yes.
that he needs to deal with, and yes, they stem from alcohol. But like I said to you guys before, I think it stems from family issues.
Yes.
and
being the black sheep.
he can't.
No, he looks
or
at
considering
himself as the black sheep.
Mm-hmm.
don't
I
think
just
his
want
parents think
Yeah, he said that more than
them
once.
to stop
Yeah.
labeling him as a troublemaker because I don't think he's a troublemaker.
Okay.
No, I think they're
That's my
I think they're
whole-
I think
editing
we
him
can
as
all
the troublemaker that
agree
he's not.
Yeah.
That he doesn't
All right, so for Kenny's
start the
sake,
trouble.
we are now taking the title of troublemaker away
you.
from James.
And
we are
putting it on
basing it
Philip.
on Philip.
Yeah,
And
Philip
for the
is a
record-
stirrer of the
For
crap.
the record,
For the record, I
Uh-huh.
don't condone his actions. I think he needs to
Whose
do something.
actions?
James. I don't
Okay.
think he needs to. I think he needs to figure out who he is. He's young. He needs to figure out who he is.
Yes.
And I'm not condoning the alcoholism, blah blah blah. Cheers. But I will say that whoever the editors or whatever, they need to lay off of him. I think he's getting a bad rap, and I don't think that's fair.
No.
I kind of like it because anybody who's smart, I mean, I think we're all slightly intelligent.
Yes.
It made it for me. It makes Philip. This episode made Philip look like a fucking idiot and a
He's playing
despise. He's
every side,
despicable.
every side.
He's
He always
despicable.
plays every side. He always plays every side.
he is, and that
Whatever
last
is beneficial
scene-
to him.
The last scene seemed so scripted.
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
it was
that's all I
insane.
wrote.
It was
That's all
Nyasha
I
and
wrote.
Austin all over again, but this season.
But
Exactly,
it was
I agree.
scripted. It was like you
Completely
can't
scripted.
like first
At least get good actors.
Right.
like the first part that was weird about it is that like obviously, a lot of these scenes, the 2x2x2 scenes are all setups. So it's like he's set up to go over here just like that Austin Nyasha phone call was a setup. So we have the producers saying we want to see you two reconcile. So Philip, you feel like he starts the conversation in the way that he intends to start the conversation,
Right.
like freaking out. And then James is kind of like just zoned out. He's just like, I just don't want to be here. I am checking out.
he can't get a word in.
Yeah, and so he gets up to leave, and I feel like this is the point where you feel like a producer came in or something and was like, "No, seriously, you guys, it's time to reconcile." And then Philip is like, "Okay,"
Because it was also a weird
let's-
edit.
Yeah,
Right.
It
he
a
was
very
like,
strange
"Let's hug
edit.
it out," and I was like, "What just happened?"
That quick before he said,
Yeah.
you need more than an apology, like when he was totally
That was
yelling
like-
at him
yeah, it
earlier.
was
and
like-
then he's like, okay, let's be friends.
Yeah, you feel the scene was starting off realistically, and then all of a sudden it seemed like somebody pushed a switch button and was like, okay, rearrange, and now go.
Right. I totally
just
agree.
too
at least,
weird.
at least Austin held on to his anger.
Yeah. Well, and my thing is that I don't know about you guys, but in this situation, you say sorry. What? And Philip kept saying, "Well, sorry doesn't cut it." What else do you want me
Yeah,
to do?
right.
Get on my knees and fucking beg you?
He brought over sushi and wine. I mean,
I mean,
Restaurant
besides
sushi.
that part of it,
Starbucks
besides the what else do you want me to do? The fact of the matter is, James was validating his point. Philip started that whole thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
that was the other thing. It's like, why should he have to come over there and apologize?
And then tried in that little scene in Austin, tried to say you're the one who causes all the drama. I'm like, I'm
And
sorry.
then turned it around
Philip
on-
is the type that you want.
to punch in the face.
Yeah.
But Philip is also the type of person that you want
James
backing
oh.
you up.
No.
No.
I
don't
do
think
not.
No, 'cause
so.
he's gonna-
I think
No,
I think
he's
I would
gonna
get in
turn on
more
you.
problem. I think I would get in more trouble
Exactly.
because I would have to defend that bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's even in the.
That's
but
true.
but he will turn on people in an instant. Like when
That's
he
very
has
true.
that in the last episode,
Hello?
he has like a heart to heart with Chase.
Yes.
And then the next scene, he's like, Chase, you're a bitch. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
And
and
he's
then
on
fast
Taylor's
forward.
side, and
Yeah.
No, and then fast forward to this episode, he's like, "Oh, happy birthday, Chase!" And it's
Yeah.
like, really? pick a side, stick with it,
Yes.
or just like get out of the way.
I
You
feel
know what
like
I mean?
everyone on the show is
Alright, I
enemies,
was
and Ashley's
wrong.
just trying to be friends with everyone, but everyone else is enemies.
Yes.
But I agree with Jesse what he said last time. Is the reality? Oh my god, I just lost my thought.
Oh.
No, it had to do with Philip. I forget it.
Oh, that about him not being on the show. We need him.
Kind of. It'll
I
come
mean,
back.
you
Well,
need
we
an
need him.
instigator.
He's beyond,
I don't
there's another
like
part I was
him.
going to talk.
Philip's
He's
the
beyond
person they
villain.
spread
There's a
the
part
gossip.
where the villain is needed, and there's the part that I think this is actually going to be bad for him. This will be detrimental to him and his possible safety because he's despicable.
Right.
I can see whether it's even gay people and straight people not liking him enough to the point where they see him in public and they will throw a rock at him.
Right.
That's how despicable he is.
Wait,
Wait,
are we
wait,
talking
wait,
about
wait,
Taylor
wait.
or
Philip.
Okay.
You guys hate him more than Levi?
No,
No.
let's talk about
well,
Levi.
Well, can I just say
I hate Levi more.
Before
Yeah.
we get into that, I totally agree with what Cameron said about.
If you say "but," I'm gonna punch you too.
No, I'm gonna say and.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I know, right? Just got
I know.
violent.
We
don't promote
violence
here,
Cam.
Throw your cup at me.
No, it's got liquor.
Throw your cup at me. Throw your cup at me. How dare you throw your
I just
cup
want
at
to
me?
say, it's like
and Kenny,
it's
got
not.
liquor.
I feel as though, and I think we can all agree that we like at least one other person. Like, I don't like Taylor per se, but I do agree with some of the
Yes.
things that he says. The way he handled Levi.
The way he
I
handled Levi.
I
love
like
that.
his fabric.
Maybe we could have like a hierarchy listing of who we hate most and then tear
No,
it off.
but at the same time, it's like no. But at the same time, some of Chase's actions and what he says, I didn't agree with, but I do like the way he handles certain situations.
I mean, in that respect, everyone has good and bad
Well,
aspects.
everyone in the world.
But
Everyone in
going
the
back to
world.
Philip,
Everybody.
I have not seen a part of him that
There is no redeeming
there is
factor
nothing.
yet.
There's not. It's like if I saw him in West Hollywood, I would punch him in the face just for no reason. I would. Only and
I would be laughing my ass off
there
while
is
Kenny
a
gets
reason.
hauled away in a police car.
Actually, there is a reason because he's misrepresenting what a young African American gay person is supposed to act like.
Oh,
And I
thank
think-
you, Courtney.
But it's the truth. That's
Courtney
the truth.
No, I
Stein.
agree.
That's the truth.
But I think also like the other thing with Philip is we do have these scenes, where he's trying to talk to his dad about not being accepted and stuff, but it's all self-serving.
Those are the
Right.
It's
those are
not-
the producers putting those
Yes.
in there. Like this
Exactly.
guy is freaking crazy. They
Exactly.
shot those after the
Yes.
fact. like,
Exactly.
we need to give something
Yes.
redeeming about this.
Exactly. It's like they're all so self-serving.
And he's going to
I
the
don't feel the other
therapist.
people are self-serving like this.
Like, he's so bad he literally needed the shit drained out of him on
Exactly.
camera. There's so
Exactly.
much shit talking inside of him.
I agree.
That's good.
oh my god.
I agree. So we're
So
gonna talk about Levi.
let's talk about Levi then, who
Thanks for lighting up back there, Jess.
I know.
Sorry.
that was awesome. Levi, who sounds drunk
What
and
was
like
that?
That was my cup. Sorry.
Sounded like a parakeet getting
Levi
strangled.
sounds drunk in every scene now.
That's because I'm convinced Levi is drunk.
All
in
the
every
yes,
scene.
and he needs
but-
subtitles now because I can't understand what he's saying. He's like,
What goes around, it'll come around.
yeah, I'm
Exactly.
like, yeah.
He's the new.
I can
Rocky.
understand Rodney better than I can understand Levi.
No, we are not putting the subtitles will give that, but we are not putting him in.
No, I'm
But
just
here's-
only saying they're in the
this goes-
categories you can't understand.
What are you
they're
saying,
saying.
Jesse?
I love Rodney.
I love Rodney too.
I've grown to love
I'm
Rodney.
just saying that we can understand Rodney better than we can understand Levi
Yeah.
because
But see,
that's
this-
how drunk he
But
is.
see, this goes back to the whole James and being an alcoholic. Levi, when you see he's drunk, he's a
He's a
total
jerk.
dickhead.
He's a
and
jerk.
I have no.
Wait.
And he's supposed to be the suave
Okay, wait.
cowboy.
Well, wait. Okay, I'm not disagreeing
That's
yet, but
because he-
tell me, besides Taylor,
The way he treated Taylor that night
Was
sucked.
awful.
It was
Was
awful, and it was
disgusting.
it was
uncalled
awful.
for. It was uncalled
even if
for.
you hate a person or
I don't
really
think
don't
he
like
hates
them,
Taylor.
No, I
I
think
think he
he's
still
jealous.
wants Taylor.
Yes.
He's
But
completely
why
jealous.
are you acting as such as he did?
Because
That-
he's 20.
Why would you
Crazy.
have? Why would you pay
Yeah.
somebody to throw a rock in your window and key your car?
No,
Okay, see, but-
because he
You
was
think he's
backed into a
feeling-
corner, and
Taylor
that's
the
what
jury's
those types
still
of
out on
guys.
that one, and I agree with you on that one. This
No,
is why I
you know
said.
what? With Levi, I think it's a situation of where he has his toys, he puts them away, and he doesn't want anyone else playing with them.
Yeah.
David, I didn't even see a little bling on your wrist.
Sam's
You're not
such
even
a-
listening to what I'm
Nothing to do
saying.
with that.
I know, David. What was
David
your-
was making a very insightful
I'm sorry,
comment.
Yeah.
but his balls on his wrists were glistening, and I
They're
had to.
skeletons.
Hey, little
They look like balls from
I'll
over
turn
here.
them around.
Balls.
This is about housewives with balls.
Back-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Housewives
Okay, so
and
it's
David with
appropriate.
balls.
But you know what I mean? Like, he has like all these little playthings, and he wants to be able to play with them when he wants to, but he doesn't want anyone else touching them.
He's
Yeah.
a dick.
And he's upset that Chase was seeing
Or
somebody
Taylor was
else,
seeing Muhammad.
whatever the hell his
Clearly,
name is.
and I don't
Taylor
like
seeing
Levi.
Muhammad.
I don't
Taylor seeing
hate him,
Muhammad.
but clearly Levi of the group, Levi is the pimp.
Levi
don't know.
Chase wants it. Taylor wants it.
James
Phillips,
wants it
not far from it.
Yeah.
James still wants it.
No, he's a whore.
That's fine.
Okay,
Nice of
there
a word.
is no. There is a
Hate the player.
redeeming quality about Levi. We just haven't seen it yet. I promise you. It's
you know what?
I know for
aside,
a fact.
aside from the exterior, there's nothing there.
no, there is.
And I
Not
don't
even that much
understand.
there
I
with the
think
exterior.
there is.
Oh, ew.
Well,
You were the only. Oh, maybe was it
SpongeBob.
Jesse too? You two were the ones that wanted.
No,
I don't think he's handsome at all.
Okay, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I
You
was
just saw his Boto picture. That's all.
and I'm totally okay with it. And I would totally let it hit it. But
He
my
reminds
thing
me
The
is,
dick
of
pic?
someone I used to know a lot.
oh, personal. We're getting
Let's talk
personal.
about that.
Personal. We don't. We
His
can't.
name was.
No, I can't tell you his name.
No, my thing is Levi is who he is, but whenever he drinks and he becomes the butt,
A monster.
well,
when
he
he
becomes a
drinks.
monster,
He
and
does.
my thing is
an
Taylor
awful
totally
person.
handled that situation too
And
perfectly.
That
And
comic
Taylor
sounds
is
fabric.
not one of like Taylor usually does despicable things, and I will have to say that I did respect the way he handled
Yeah,
that.
I
Me
totally.
too.
And you
I
know,
can
David-
back
Oh, I
off.
like that fabric.
I know. He's like, excuse me, bye.
Because
you know
what
so
the best
polite.
way to annoy someone is to ignore them.
Yes.
Stop acknowledging.
Yeah, he was just being a jerk, so he just literally walked away, and
I also like that
I
he
was
meowed
impressed.
at Muhammad.
However,
What? Say it.
and
No,
his-
we'll
and his-
We're gonna
discuss
talk
that.
about that.
But,
Yeah.
but in his confessional, it was kind of I wanted to throw up when he mentioned he's on this little ramp, but it's kind of sexy. I was like, really?
It's
That's
because they both
gross.
secretly still want to do each other.
It's
Exactly.
just gross. Like,
You know, but we've all had that one person that you know is just a terrible person, and you're still attracted to them.
But
We've
I
all
want to say,
had that.
I
We've
kind
all
of
had
agree with
that.
David. I do think that there can be a redeeming factor there.
There will be.
However,
With
However-
with Levi, however,
However,
I don't think he even knows what his redeeming
Yes,
factor
he
is.
does.
And there comes a certain age, if you don't figure that out,
He's still
then there will
young.
be no
He will
redeeming
figure
They are
it
factor.
out.
young. Yeah.
How
He's
young
still
is
young.
Levi?
Levi is like
23?
20.
Yeah.
No, I think he's like
24.
25.
25 or 26, I remember.
he's legal.
Okay.
So are we gonna,
Legal does not make him
Legal
a
to rent a car in California.
so let's talk about Taylor not knowing the origin of
I
the
have
name Muhammad.
I have a problem with that statement, by the way. Go
What?
ahead.
What?
He's legal.
I was kidding.
Oh my god!
Please give me a break.
Wait, why?
I
Why?
will.
No, let's
I
talk
missed-
about it. What are we
I
talking
missed
about?
Yeah, what are we talking about? Renting a
Legal
car
what?
in
What?
a state?
Okay,
No.
moving on
Oh, damn.
to things
I
that
know
I
what
want to
you're
talk
talking
about.
And I
Because
don't
actually
really
wanna talk
have a
about
problem
yours
with that
too,
as well.
This
But
is Jackie show.
Wait a minute. Hold on,
after the
Jackie.
commercial.
Jackie, this is interesting. David, Kenny, please, on the table.
What?
Yes, you don't have to wait until commercial.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Well,
Legal.
he said he was legal, and he's joking.
Legal to do what?
To act an ass, I'm assuming. To act a fool. Just
I thought
because
we
you're
said
young
here.
and you're legal doesn't mean that you
No.
can treat people like shit.
That's not what
Okay, well, I
talking
misunderstood.
about.
I think he was talking about he's legal to have sex.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about papers. Sorry.
No.
what are we talking about?
We were all
Okay, well, I
thinking
told
something-
David I
No.
totally misunderstood you, so I
You can
apologize.
legally do him.
Yeah.
Okay, we knew that, though.
I know.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, so let's.
Yeah, Jesse, you brought something up that didn't need to be
Yeah.
brought up.
Kenny.
That's
So
your
you
fault.
need to push that button on yourself.
Exactly.
You need to
Really?
push
Look,
that
we can
button
talk
on
over
your
the
side.
siren now.
You're
See
the
if
one
that's
who
awesome.
brought it off topic.
All right, but we need to
That's
dead
it.
the air, silence,
Okay.
and then we'll bring.
Now that we understand each other, and hopefully,
Oh my God, X Factor.
now that we understand each other, and
No, we
hopefully our
don't.
viewers understand us too,
Yeah.
They're so
They're trying
confused.
to.
let's talk more about things that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Like
Like what? Like what?
like how
Like
Taylor
unicorns.
didn't know the origin of the name Muhammad. It was driving
Oh,
me crazy. He
it's
first called him a
Islamic and
Mexican,
Buddha
and they're in a Mexican restaurant. Weren't they making like guac? They're like making guacamole, and he's like, "I thought you were a Mexican, Muhammad." I'm like, "Oh my
Well,
god."
the thing was, is the waiter came up and he goes, "I'd like a Mexican margarita," and then he turns to him and he goes, "I thought you were Mexican."
oh my god.
What's the
I missed
origin
that
of your
one.
name? It's
But why would you order a Mexican margarita?
Buddha Islamic. That's not even a race or nationality.
Contradicting religions, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Am I the only one that's bothered by the fact that he wants to date this person just because it's Taylor's
And making
Chase's
it obvious.
girlfriend?
And making
It's
it obvious
despicable.
that's why
Wait.
he wants to date him.
Is that
Are we done talking about your topic?
Because Cameron got a bigger one. There's
No,
more
because
point.
it's about that. It's about Mohammed and Taylor. But
Yes, so.
the whole Taylor conversation and how he was very kind of being very blunt about poking at Chase.
Right.
I honestly think that whole he actually went on a date. I believe that he fooled around with Mohammed, and this was like that after. Well, let's try and go out on a date. We've already had sex. I honestly think that they had messed around
in Austin?
Taylor
There
was
was that tension.
Yeah, Taylor was too.
I would buy that.
Too pointed with the whole He was fairly obvious that he wants to poke at
Meow.
Chase.
Yeah.
No, that he
Got
wants to get under Chase's skin. If Mohammed was somewhat of an intelligent
friend.
person, why would you even continue this date? You know he's not after you, but I think that there was some kind of false obligation because they had already done the deed.
Yeah.
It's called airtime, girl.
Yes.
He just wanted to be on TV.
Clever.
I think he probably pummeled Taylor.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What a
I think
word.
so.
That's why he wore the hat, because he had stirrups.
On that note, let's cut to commercial.
Really? Oh, God.
Too far deep for a
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to?
Oh my god, smooth jazz still going on.
It's like the A-list commercial with the Naturals enema.
Commercial. It's only
So,
we
can
are?
we move to news and gossip?
Okay, click.
No.
No, apparently not.
Apparently not. We're upsetting everybody.
Just giving you guys a little teaser. So, the congregation of Raleigh's Pullen Memorial Baptist Church in North Carolina is taking an assertive stand in the favor of marriage equality, prohibiting their pastor from legally marrying anyone until she can do the same for same-sex couples. The church made the following statement: as people of faith, affirming the Christian teaching that before God all people are equal, we will no longer participate in this discrimination.
Go Southern Baptist. What?
I remember when Charlize Theron.
Okay, tangent. I actually looked this up because of you, because you said you were Southern Baptist.
I am Southern
So speak
Baptist.
on it, not Charlize Theron.
Well, no.
Snow White.
No, my thing
Snow
is-
White and the Huntsman. Thank you.
That looks
Not
good.
right.
Anyway, focus.
No. She and her partner, like years ago, decided not to get married because of the same situation, and I totally agree. But the thing is,
Yeah, Charlize.
my only not problem, but the pastor is a lesbian.
So, what's your problem?
I don't have a problem with it. I just think had it,
But the whole congregation is not made up of gays and lesbians, and they support her.
and I think that's what the interesting problem.
Yes.
The interesting thing about the article is
It's because they
that-
all support her.
Exactly. So.
Yeah.
you
And I
know.
think that's great. That's what church
What does that
communities...
show? Maybe she
that's-
educated them.
Yeah, that's what church communities should be about. Not,
Right.
Hate.
Not hate.
Separate church and state. That's my thing.
All right, so GLAAD launches a campaign to make your relatives uncomfortable this Thanksgiving. The campaign's slogan is, "I'm letting Aunt Betty feel awkward this Thanksgiving." A message on the GLAAD site explains the LGBT community has a ton to be thankful for from this past year. But we also have a long way to go. And believe it or not, putting down that fork full of stuffing for a minute and just talking about yourself, if you're able to, this Thanksgiving can make a huge difference. GLAAD explains that if Aunt Betty can talk to her ailments and medical problems, you can talk about your partner, because as they say, the more we all talk about what's important to us, the less awkward those conversations will become. I don't know about that.
And
Yeah, I know. Well, here's
It
my
seemed kind of random when I saw it, but I was like,
Make a Wish Foundation.
So what are we saying? Are we saying to if you're not out to come out?
That's
at
a lot of
Thanksgiving?
S's you
Yes.
just spit out there.
I
they're
think-
saying to.
I think they're just saying, like, if you already are out with your family,
Okay.
when you're at the table, just be open about your life. Don't not talk.
Here's
about
my
Yeah,
thing
if
about
Wait,
Aunt,
wait,
they're
and
saying
wait,
that if
was
Aunt
this-
Betty can be open about her life,
If
and
she's like, I can't stop shitting,
I-
I need a
Right,
new diper, and I
right,
got a
then-
boil on my neck.
yes,
Well, no.
then-
There it goes.
This is where I disagree.
At the
with
dinner
you.
table, and I
Oh
just
my
pissed
Lord.
myself.
I
and
just-
I need to
I'm
change
with
my
Jesse on
colostomy
this
bag.
one.
He hasn't even spoke yet.
No, he said he disagree, and I'm with him. on
I'm
that
going through something similar like this coming up holiday. So my family, yeah, please believe as soon as I go there, it's all the older folk are talking about what pills they're taking,
Right,
what
and you
they
tell
shit
them
out
I'm
this
taking
morning.
homo pills.
However, because I'm of a younger generation that understands, I don't need to add to those medical problems of
Ailments?
theirs. Yeah, my grandmother, if I'm to come out, hey, by the way, everyone just stop eating your turkey.
No one told you to tell them
anybody
to
else
like
for
make an
Thanksgiving to see
announcement
this?
about it.
Well, what am I just gonna?
76 trombones.
Well, you know,
Like-
so everything's been going good. Last week, I was blowing Johnny.
No one told you to tell your grandma that you're blowing Johnny.
But that's all they hear. I could say I'm in love with Johnny. She's hearing he's sucking who?
Wait,
That's what
okay,
they hear.
your grandma, I doubt, is thinking about blowjobs.
No, but
no.
when you assume
She would assume that I'm dressing up in drag.
And you tell her
Exactly.
that's what you're there to do, to educate her. No, grandma, I don't wear women's
But
clothes.
you know
I
what?
don't want to be racist
No,
because
Grandma.
maybe in Jesse's culture that is the rite of passage.
Oh, jeez. No, my
right?
thing
And
is,
in a Greek culture, it is a rite of passage.
this is it's an individual thing. You do what feels comfortable to you.
Yeah,
That's what
whatever.
they're saying. That's what
More
they said.
importantly-
if you can talk,
Whatever.
do it.
Oh, it's
Was
like,
this-
pass the stuff.
Was this Glad article below yours and Jackie's apology letter to Glad?
Oh yeah, right.
Who apologized to Glad? I didn't.
What? Rewind.
Fag hag and fag it over there.
Kenny don't apologize.
Why'd you?
to me.
I
What
don't
was the
apologize for
reason?
anything. Fag. I'll
you're
say it
a
all
Jackie
day
Cry.
long.
High five, high five, high five.
Can't.
Are we
does
done?
anyone have a business card?
Does anyone have a business card? I actually might have one in my pocket.
No, but
I
I
need
can
one
say
right
that. I
here.
can say that because I own the word. I own it.
Oh, move on.
do whatever
What's
you
else? What else?
Don't move on.
This is a new
I-
topic.
I have a
We're done.
platform and I'm
Wait,
staying on it. We're done? Is it over?
No predictions. It got cut off, so we don't have an
Your
idea.
AfterBuzz TV.
We are out of control here.
We're out of control
I
and out of
love it.
predictions.
We've
And
lost
Jackie's
it.
mascara is running.
My
I
mascara
love
is
it.
Needs a
running.
business card, everybody.
Let's go so that I don't have a business card to wipe my tears away.
I have socks. You want to use that? Sexy.
You're not wearing socks.
I am.
They're black.
What, does he have his
Oh.
flip flops on again?
No, I have socks on.
His shower shoe.
Kenny, do that again. I got you on camera.
No.
Hey, grandma, you can just show her this video.
These are my friends.
My grandma passed.
Listen
okay?
to what we talk
Sorry.
about.
I'm so sorry.
She's watching from heaven.
Thank you, grandma.
So, what's happening next week, guys?
Oh, hell, I'll
I've
go
got
to
nothing
church.
for next week.
Oh, hell,
Yeah,
I'll go
oh.
to church.
At this point,
Taylor and Levi hook up again.
Oh, there's a party next week.
Surprise, surprise.
Ooh, party.
Okay, Jesse, you want to say something? I'm sorry, Jesse.
no,
Okay,
at this
go.
point, I don't really care what happens next week. It's
I
just
don't either.
entertaining.
Yeah,
when it
it's
comes
so
on.
it's so
It is.
entertaining. They,
I think
they have
we're
great
entertaining.
I think
one-liners.
we're more entertaining
Yeah.
here than they
Yeah,
are there.
I agree.
But
I think we're
AfterBuzz.
equally entertaining. I think we're equally entertaining.
Our
Pitch it.
views went up from
Pitch it,
like
damn it.
53 to like 103. I saw
That's awesome.
I've been keeping
103
tabs.
viewers
last week.
or 103 downloads.
Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Watch.
Watch, download, subscribe on iTunes.
Any numbers you can give us.
YouTube.
Watch us on YouTube.
I want controversial
Even if you
calls.
hate me, I don't care.
Any hate mail sent to Kenny, you can find him on Facebook.
Totally.
And send me all love.
You can hate me all you want.
Send me a video message
Send
if you
us
don't
some
like me. I
snaps.
want to hear it.
I would love a video message.
Yeah, that would be
Fuck
awesome.
yeah.
A
What are
friend
we
of mine
doing?
just got
Tell
a-
me off in your best 500 words. Tell my ass off.
500 words.
Why are we-
For Thanksgiving.
Why are we-
Cameron, I got
Thanksgiving
2
message.
words. You suck.
Wait,
People
why?
should send in their Thanksgiving stories to
Yeah.
their, about
Be
their grandma.
creative. Come on.
Right, wait
Yeah,
a minute.
send in your
Let's not
Thanksgiving
hate
stories
on
about
our
your grandma.
viewers.
No, Our viewers
We love
are
you
very
guys.
special.
I think
love you
that's great.
guys.
If you guys do decide to talk to your family at Thanksgiving, send us a little
Yeah.
recap of what happened.
Oh, that would be
Info
good.
at
Info at
AfterBuzz.
AfterBuzz TV.
I take credit for that.
What is
idea.
it,
Info at
Justin?
info
Yeah,
at
it wasn't my idea.
Info at AfterBuzz.
Info at AfterBuzzTV.com.
Yes.
Right on. I like that.
All
That's
right,
nice.
I'm hitting the
Thank
music.
you.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Turn your head though.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.